Ladies and gentlemen, here's the latest. Donald Trump has hired Tim Scott as a surrogate to get black voters. Tim Scott does not resonate with the black community. In fact, most of us avoid people like Tim Scott. Just like back in 2020, Candace Owens was all hyped up on that Blexit, and she didn't go nowhere with that, y'all, because nobody from the black community is trying to stand with Candace Owens, okay? It is the truth. And nobody is trying to bond with Tim Scott. This man is so out of touch with his own people. It's not even funny. See, the problem is they like these Negroes that think and act like them, but those are the kind that are very out of touch with their own community. So good luck. I think if people come to vote for Donald Trump, they're going to make that decision on their own. Trust me, they are not going to be influenced by the likes of Tim Scott. I'm just telling you. So let's get into it, y'all. So this is the latest story that has come out. Tim Scott to serve as key Trump surrogate amid push for black voters. Senator Tim Scott is poised to play a key role in former President Donald Trump's campaign as Trump and the GOP look to boost support among black voters. Yeah, well, Trump need to address the black community because he has yet to do that. He hasn't done it. And number two, he has not announced or any plans on an agenda. Nothing. So, like I said, you're just crossing over into another plantation. Scott has been a fixture on Trump's stage since dropping his 2024 bid last year, spurring speculation he could be the former president's VP pick. I'm just telling y'all, I don't see that happening. Plus, it doesn't help that Tim Scott denies racism in America, unless it happens to him, of course. But he says America is not a racist country. He is part of a group that is under constant racist attacks in this country. And that's another reason why I don't believe Tim is the man to grab a bunch of people from the black community to vote for Donald Trump. The fact that he denies racism is going to play a big factor against him. So let's go on. So the South Carolina senator public support of Donald Trump comes at a time when we have recently made a concerted effort to appeal to more black voters, long seen as a core constituency for the Democratic Party. He also drew scrutiny recently over remarks defending Trump's policies regarding race. He certainly brings a lot to the table. So, this is what a strategist for Donald Trump is saying. The Trump campaign alum told The Hill. So, he's very conservative with strong ties to the African American community. No, Tim Scott does not have strong ties to the African American community. This man has been a senator all this time, and he has done nothing but work against the community. Not to mention, Tim Scott has come out against reparations too. So, no, this is not a man with no strong ties. He was born into the black community, but he don't have strong ties to it. Those ties could be important for Trump as he seeks to broaden his support ahead of what is expected to be a close race in November against President Joe Biden, who has been struggling in the polls. A source similar to the senator said Scott and Trump have kept up frequently since the senator left the race in November. The senator and the former president have a very strong working relationship and accomplished a lot during the Trump administration, the source added. Most notably, the source said, was the tax cuts under the Trump administration and their work together to ensure permanent HBCU funding. But you know what? Every single president, every single sitting president has given to HBCUs, y'all, since they've been in existence. So Trump won a meager 6% of black voter support in 2016 during his first presidential bid, according to the Pew Research Center. That number has ticked up to 12% in 2020, but black voters remain staunch supporters of the Democratic Party. Yet the Democrats have faced struggles with black voters in recent years. Biden, in particular, has seen his numbers drop with the demographic in several recent surveys. A poll from the New York Times and Siena College published last year found that 1 in 5 black voters said they would back someone else other than a Biden or Trump. The same poll found that Trump's numbers with black voters were the highest that any Republican presidential candidate has earned in decades. Meanwhile, a separate USA Today Suffolk University poll earlier this month found signs that black voters younger than 35 are souring on President Joe Biden. So they said there's different levels of enthusiasm. Young black voters aren't that enthused right now, and that's putting it lightly for a range of reasons, some which more merit than others. The biggest one, listen to this, listen to what they're saying, why they are souring Joe Biden on black voters. They're trying to say the reason is Gaza. No, that's not the reason. And whoever wrote this is very out of touch, or you're just being blatantly ignorant. Blatantly ignorant. That's what they're saying. Republicans are now hoping to chip away even more at Biden's support with the group of voters. Now, we told you our concerns. It's reparations, a crime bill. We've been speaking about that forever, and we've been talking about doing something about qualified immunity. Y'all know what we want, and the fact that you tried to put Gaza in here is just a downright insult. Okay. So anyway, no, we got to be concerned for ourselves. Being concerned for others have gotten us nowhere. That's why we're not going to do it anymore. We have to fulfill our own needs. Republicans, they are saying Scott, the only black Republican in the Senate and a high profile figure coming off a failed presidential bid, could play a central role in that effort. So he's already proven himself to be a vocal defender of Donald Trump. Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Framing the former president as the best candidate to unite the country. He has also defended policies under Trump that affected black voters. So, so they go into that Trump did more for minorities than any other president. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But let's go on. You got to look at the lies they're attempting to put out here. Think about the fact that Trump put more money in historically black colleges. Okay, but that doesn't do anything for the community as a whole. And then Scott goes on to say, now, this is what Tim Scott said. This is what he said. And then he goes on to say, guess what? He'll help white people and black people and brown people. I mean, he likes everybody. Uh-huh. Uh-uh-uh. I just don't see y'all getting this big bump of black voters because of Tim Scott. You may get it, but it's going to be because folks are tired of Joe Biden. It's not because of Tim Scott. But I'm sure the media in this country is going to try to put that lie out there because that's all y'all do when it comes down to our issues. We can tell you our issues until we're blue in the face, and then you'll come and write something that we never said. This is the game they've been playing forever. So, y'all, you're just going to have to tell me what you think about this video. Do you think Tim Scott can deliver Trump the black vote? Let me know in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.